Okay, guys, quick update on things here at the channel. As you know, we watched SAO Abridged Parody 13 the other day. As you also know, I had waited quite some time for it because I'm trying to keep, especially while we're doing Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I'm trying to keep the channel free of strikes. Well, today the strike on SAO Abridged Parody 13 came in. Not surprisingly, 100% my fault because I wasn't going to watch those anymore on the channel. I am not going to be watching any Igotas episodes on the channel. But so many people, oh, when are you going to watch SAO? When are you going to watch SAO? Did you know SAO's on? I finally said, you know what? I'll give it a shot and see if this time's any different. I've had strikes on those in the past. I beat them in the past. I filed the counterclaim. The counterclaim is upheld. It's exactly what will happen this time as well. It's just old. It's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. And again, I understand I'm somewhat giving Sony Music Entertainment of Japan something of a victory because that's what they're trying to do. And unfortunately, YouTube is working under a system where you would think that since they had filed copyright claims on this exact same material before, lost, didn't pursue them. When I filed my counterclaim, they pursued it no further when I explained why it was within fair use. You'd think YouTube would have a system for saying, look, guys, which is what I want. If you think you have a copyright claim, go after him. Go get him. In a court of law, that's how it's supposed to be done. Any platform outside of YouTube, that's how it's done. Like, for instance, if they wanted to come, say somebody wanted to come after us at the Goosh, saying that we violated their copyright. Well, you can file a complaint with the Goosh, but the thing is, nothing's going to happen unless you take the level to court, or take the issue to court. And then once you get there, one of the first things that the court is going to ask is, well, how, aside from the copyright, how were you damaged monetarily? Because if you're asking for a monetary judgment, which of course they can't prove. But I'm not going to go into all the details of what I do is within fair use. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the aggravation. And I understand that's what they're trying to get to because Japanese companies hate American fair use laws, despise them. They don't have them over there. And so they figure they can be enough of a pain in the ass to make you stop. In this case, I'll give it to them. It's not worth it. Doing those is not worth it. However, I will renege on one thing. I know I told you guys if we get another strike that I'm going to suspend doing Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood here until the strike is resolved. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna continue doing them because I've already had a strike on one of those. I already beat that in a counterclaim. If another one comes up, I'm actually starting to look forward to the opportunity to take these on. And at some point, it would come, well, because of the Goosh, I don't have to. If it were still at YouTube, some point it would have to be where I would have to get a lawyer to contact them and say, listen, if you have a problem with what my client's doing, file a copyright claim. If not, we're going to file a harassment claim type thing. But again, it's never going to come to that because I've told you guys how we're going forward after Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I told you guys how the anime reaction videos are going to be handled here. They're not going to have YouTube has made it too convenient to use copyrights or copyright law as to just be a pain in somebody's ass when you know that they're not actually violating your copyright, which is what YouTube has done. They didn't do it for that purpose. I understand that, but that's what it's become, especially with the whole blocking thing, which is totally ridiculous. So that's it. We're done. No more SAO Bridge parody here. No more Igotas here. There will be the anime reaction vids. We're going to finish the FMAB series, and then we're going to move on, just as I explained it to you guys the other day in the other video. So things will be going on that way here. There will be other content here. It won't be until later in November. My schedule is going to open up a lot more in the latter part of November. At that point, I'm going to be doing some other things again. I think we might be doing some more chatbot videos again because I kind of missed doing those. And we always had a good time doing them. I'm also going to have some conversational videos on here because every time we brought up a topic, it's really taken off here. And I like some of the conversation we had. Just the most recent example is that whole thing I experienced with seeing that score of that game before the game was even played. I'd like to bring up some topics like that around here just for conversation, just for shits and giggles. Like what you guys believe is the physical nature of this universe. What do you guys think the one thing we see is not exactly what we see when it comes to physics and what we believe to be our reality? That type of stuff. I like having conversations at those levels, and there's a lot of you guys that have interesting stuff to say on it. But just wanted to keep you guys updated. Again, that strike is there. I've already filed the counterclaim. I'll probably have to give YouTube a reminder, because used to be they were really good. Within 2 weeks, boom, 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 they had it all taken care of. Now, I don't know if they're overwhelmed or what, but you'll file it, everything goes through, and then I have to contact them to say, can you guys please make a determination? And they're like, oh yeah, okay. And then they set everything back to good again. That's where we stand. Again, I've given up on those. No more Gotas, no more SAO bridge parodies. And if we do those, I'll move them over to the Goosh or any platform. Whereas if someone genuinely feels like I'm violating their copyright, they can take it up the way it's supposed to be done. Make a court case out of it, and let's see who's right and who's wrong. So that's where we stand. Talk to you guys later.